Hello and welcome all you Dota enthusiasts, and of course you who have tuned in here to see either Compass Gaming or of course Mongolz. We are Heflatv, and well, we are happy to just cast some Gigabyte challenge for action for you. My name is Coucher and with me is Mito, and well, I think I know what team you're rooting for, but what do you think of this upcoming game?
Oh, I'm extremely excited, and as you have guessed, um, I've really enjoyed the Mongols, the way they played in ESPO Cup. And I remember there was one game where they were against Sneaky Nick's Assassin, and they just completely destroyed them in about 12 minutes. I remember the GG call was a 12-minute mark, and every time I have the opportunity to cast the Mongols, you can always see the Twitch chat just going crazy. Their fans are very active, so it's always a lot of fun.
And looks like we're gonna have a remake. Oh god. Well, no biggie. I think they're just gonna probably start again straight away. At least I would think that to be the case. So I guess we can just keep on talking in hopes that yeah. I mean, admin he wants to restart it at the very least. But okay, he actually dropped. Oh my god, damn.
Oh wow. So I guess we just have to wait. So Mongols, they were the first team that I started running, that I've seen that started running the Wraith King, way before way before it became extremely popular. The Mongols, they ran Wraith King along with Shadow Priest, and that was a game where AA has just made a comeback into the current meta. And Sneaky Nick's Assassin, they used Rubik, AA, and Mirana to go for an aggressive trial, and I was like, man, I'm still trying to figure out how teams can deal with that. And the Mongols, they just went for Undying, Wraith King, and Shadow Priest. And that game, they just completely rolled over. It was... Come on, please load this time. I want to see instant Dota action.
Yeah, well, he does load in, score, success for us, and well, the Undying, to be honest, it's really strong against aggressive tri lanes, like you said, just. And overall, Undying would like to see him some more. I know Fnatic does play it every now and then to moderate success, but no big deal. I mean, definitely not the Undying that when he actually was once he got introduced to the captain's mode.
Yeah, the problem with Undying is, even though it's so freaking strong during the laning phase, it does fall off relatively quickly. And if you're ever struggling during the laning phase, or the opponent decides to dodge you, suddenly Undying just doesn't have that power to rotate, and you're like stuck. You're like, so what do we do with this Undying?
Do you think we actually might see one in this game?
I highly doubt it. Like, Undying is just so unconventional, at least for now. And I just don't. I just think there are way better supports. Like, if you're gonna go for Undying, why not consider the Sanking? Sanking to me is the ultimate support, apart from Trian Protector. But Trian is already banned out by the Mongols. So once again, we're gonna have very standard bans coming out from both sides. You look at Compass Gaming, they instantly ban out the Invoker as well. So be interesting, because whenever I play on the Radiant team and I'm drafting, I tend to be okay giving the Die team an Invoker, because Invoker, it doesn't really utilize the stacking all that much. And wow, I'm hoping we'll get more Troll Warlord action. I've fallen in love with that hero.
Well, he can go for the big plays, and late game wise, I mean, just having the built-in bash to the Berserker's race, but Mongols, they go for a Radiant side Lycan.
Oh my goodness, what's up with the picks? They're coming out so freaking fast. So Mongols picks up Lycan, and immediately the answer comes out. Okay, we're gonna go for an Axe and a Dazzle. And this is an interesting matchup. Axe is gonna dominate Lycan during the early game phase, but once that Necrobook comes out, then Axe will have a lot of problem when he just blinks in, does the call, and suddenly he's out of mana. He can't use the Culling Blade. And it does become somewhat awkward. Do you think this is going to be an aggressive trialing coming off Compass, trying to shut down the Lycan?
Well, I think so. I mean, I really think the strongest thing you can do with an axe, especially if you have a dazzle with him, just go creep skip on the aggressive tri lane. Maybe even go for something like a Darkseer support for the Ion Shell for extra creep skipping and killing potential. But that's like only a handful of teams at best can't even run that combination. But Mongolz, they go for the Shadow Demon, and I guess Compass, their third support, could have been a Shadow Demon as well for the aggressive tri-lane, if that is at all what they're going for.
I believe that might have been a block pick. If you give the Shadow Demon, Dazzle, and Axe combination, my goodness, that is gonna hurt just so freaking much. But it's also interesting when you pick up the Shadow Demon for defensive purposes. If it's not used at the correct time, for example, if Axe can bait out the Shadow, the Disruption before he uses the call, and then once the hero comes out, and then he uses the call afterwards, you're gonna have two additional illusions attacking the Axe, and that might just be a lot more spins coming out if the RNG god favors the Axe.
Yeah, that's definitely one thing that he has to consider when he's going for the disruptions. I mean, at least the defensive ones. But well, that really could have been a block pick indeed. I mean, the Shadow Demon would have been so strong in combination with the Dazzle. And of course, just being able to defensively disrupt the Axe. I really hope for an aggressive tri-lane by them. I guess with the next picks, we'll gonna see what, or actually have some kind of an idea what they're going for. But Compass, they do ban out the Mirana and the Leshrac, so don't want to go up against any of the Shadow Demons combinations. And did Compass think that they might actually run Mirana as a support or Lycan mid lane or something along those lines?
Perhaps, because if you have seen C9, they've been running a lot of Lycan mid solo, and if you do that, it opens up space for you to draft a Mirana, because Shadow Demon, it works great in conjunction with a POTM arrow. It sets up perfectly, and so far it feels like both sides know clearly just what they want, and yeah, it's gonna be a Luna from Compass Gaming.
Well, I mean, does that actually diminish the chance of them going for an aggressive tri-lane, or do you think Luna as a solo safe lane is viable? Or maybe
Luna
even
solo
Luna aggressive
safe.
tri-lane and X solo safe?
I believe that highly depends on how the Mongols are gonna draft. And if it's going to be a Doom in the off lane, they might just be able to pull off the Luna safe lane solo farm. Luna, those right clicks are going to hurt quite a bit because Doom does start with practically no armor. But then Doom is going to have the Scorch Earth and just being able to devour creeps. If Doom ever finds a good creep in the off lane, for example, the Satyr, if he gets the large Satyr, he'll have 4 or 5 HP regen, 4 HP regen per second. So it'd be interesting. And once Doom hits level 6, he does have the potential to solo kill the Luna. But of course, Compass Gaming should be ready, should have the Dazzle with
Tusk?
TP scroll.
With a Tusk.
Oh my goodness, Tusko with Axe. We've seen Tusko with junglers, and it was disgustingly good. Unless you have some sort of blink or leap. Otherwise, you have virtually no way of getting out of it. And this time it's going to be an Axe. Wow, so immediate roll into a call, into heal. Wow. Compass Gaming are definitely coming into this game prepared.
Yeah, though that lineup can definitely work out, but Mongolz, I mean, they have the Doom at least to, I think, probably shut down the Luna most of the times. Or try to. Although the Luna, in the late game phase, she actually doesn't care too much about the Doom. She's just gonna keep on right-clicking away. But that's like super late when the Luna has like 5 to 6 slotted already. And well, I guess the last band's about to come out. Mongolz, they have their 2 supports. Probably, actually, I guess it's gonna be either Lycan mid lane or... Do you think that they might go for like... Doom mid, Lycan solo safe lane and aggressive tri lane on their own?
Sorry, just now the Skype poll completely disconnected, so I didn't quite hear what you were saying. Do you mind just quickly repeating?
Like, what lane setups is Mongolz going to go for? Are they going to pick up something that would finish up an aggressive tri lane and just leave Doom mid or Doom solo safe lane with Lycan mid? Or like any variation of those? Or just pick up maybe even an offlaner now and just deal with it somehow?
Well, so far I think it's going to be a defensive trial lane with Shadow Demon, Witch Doctor, and Lycan. Because if you think about it, with the Soul Catcher as well as the Maledict, and just having the cast as soon as the roll comes, they have 2 extremely good defensive heroes. Once you roll in, Witch Doctor throws a cask, drops the Maledict, and then the Soul Catcher goes on. Whoever receives whoever's on the receiving end of those right clicks are gonna take just so freaking much damage. Even an axe would just melt.
Whoa. Okay.
Yes!
Compass breaking out the Tinker.
Wow, now I have to rethink about my favorite team because whenever I see a Tinker, I always end up rooting for that team. I just want to see that heroes succeed in professional games. So I'm somewhat torn.
Man,
And so
you,
far,
you missed
Mongolz
one awesome Tinker game today. Tinker owned late game Morphling.
oh my goodness, I can totally see that happening though. Who was it between? If you don't mind telling me.
Oh god. Insidious Idol versus Kingdom in the JDL Division 2 Asia.
Ah, and who came out on top?
That, it was 1-1 in the end.
Ah, okay, but sorry, let me rephrase that. Which team was the one that used the Tinker?
It was Insidious Idol. I think Ysera played it from X-Orange.
Ah, okay. And for those of you guys who don't know this big news, Orange Esports has disbanded. Yeah, so just throwing it out there. And Mongolz, so far, the lineup just have no answer to a hero like Tinker. So they have to really think about what they're going to go for. I would say Stormster is not a bad counter to Tinker at all. But with their lineup, with a setup like this, Tinker might just be too greedy. I mean, sorry, not Tinker. Storm might be too greedy. But they do go for it, so I do make the correct prediction this time.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess there's not like any proper stun or silences or anything on Compass. The Berserker's Call is actually the scariest thing against the Storm Spirit, I think, at the moment. Until Tinker gets the sheep, of course.
Yeah, indeed. But what other options do you really have to really shut down the Tinker? Once he goes into the trees, as HI says, you go into the trees, you should be safe, right? You gotta hide in them.
Yeah, as long as you hide. But I guess we'll see. I mean, Compass Gaming's lineup is a little bit more unorthodox, I guess, with the Tusk and the Axe, and well, even the Tinker. It's not that popular, although people have started playing him way more than they used to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
What? To go over the lineups, I guess I'll take Compass since you love Mongolz so much. Chet,
Okay.
he will be playing on the Tinker with Kilik, playing the Dazzle, leaving Artist to play their carry on the Luna, with Korek 666 playing on the Axe, and Unstable will be the last for them on the Tusk. And do you actually think they might leave it as a dual offlane, or Tusk just came here to place the ward?
Well, he's definitely here to just place a ward. It seems like they wanna... Oh! Do they have the potential to run a duel lane? That's some of the thoughts that's running through my mind right now. But no, ultimately it does seem like it is just going to be an axe in the off lane, and the priority will be on the Luna. Because if you look at Kumpa Gaming's lineup, they're not really afraid of that mid-game push since they've drafted a hero like Tinker. He can do most of the mid-game defense, but Mongolz, if they get the Blink Dagger on Doombringer as well as Storm Spirit, then suddenly the mid-game potential for Mongolz is looking very, very good. But what they have to do is ensure Tinker doesn't take stacks in the off lane. And I believe Axe, he's most likely, if he doesn't get a good lane, will be stacking the Ancient Camps for the Tinker.
Well, he should be rather fine, because he's going to be up against a solo Lycan. So, in that matchup, I mean, I guess Axe even has it a little bit better off.
Ah, maybe, I suppose.
Or all the supports are rotating now, but I guess you can take this time to go over the lineup of Mongolz.
Ah, indeed, I totally forgot about this, and sorry about it, guys. So we're gonna have, on the lycanthrope, we're gonna have Mongolz, which is, give me one quick second. Sorry, view aliases, there we go. Ah, it's Paxa playing as a carry lycan, and we're gonna have...
Axe,
Man,
there's the disruption, they might get the kill, then can the paralyzing cast pounce enough? There's the first pounce, can he pounce back? No, it will miss, but still Axe takes a lot of harassment, and, well, you can continue.
Oh yeah, and we totally forgot to mention, once your Shadow Demon Disruption ends, you are gonna have those illusions spinning as well, should they ever take damage. So, quickly, going back to who's playing what, we're gonna have Huntsman playing as the support Witch Doctor. And Mongolz June, I'm not quite sure who this is, but he will be playing as a support Shadow Demon. At mid, we're gonna have Storm playing as the mid solo Storm Spirit. perfect name for a perfect player,
Yeah.
I suppose. In the off lane, it seems completely abandoned so far because Masquerade has dove into the jungle and started farming up there. Already level 3 in less than 2
Yeah,
minutes.
that's pretty sick, but then again, he's also out of mana because of it, I guess. Using the race there to farm up a little bit faster. So, does he have a bottle or anything incoming, or do you think he's looking for a bottle?
Well, he should be. You're talking. Wait,
The Doom.
sorry. It just Doombringer. Ah, okay. Because just now the audio broke up a little bit for me, so I wasn't too sure. Um, it might well possibly be a bottle, but you don't really need to. As a jungle Doom, you can also go for a Ring of Basilius plus Quelling Blade plus Stout Shield, and you're still gonna be able to jungle very well.
Yeah, he does need a little bit more, although at the moment the Devour actually has been off cooldown for some time already. He will have enough mana for it in one more second, I guess, but the tier 1 tower already going down on the top lane, and, well, sacrificing the off lane or leaving it empty, it definitely has its weaknesses.
Yeah, and wow, this tri-lane is just pushing so freaking fast out of
Oh, Jet
Compass.
might be in trouble. Haste rune on Huntsman. He's going in for the kill. He needs a few more right clicks. I don't know if he wants to dive. Actually, Maledict on level 1 or level 2 rather. The laser in return, so he has to back off. Jet just taking some harassment, but I mean, usually witch doctors nowadays, they just completely skip Maledict, get paralyzing cask as well as voodoo restoration, but I mean, they don't actually have the best setup for Maledict. Maybe disruption into electric vortex by Storm Spirit.
Yeah, this is actually rather shocking. The Tinker went for a early Magic Stick, and I love this decision because you know Storm Spirit is going to be using those remnants to farm, and just now having that Magic Stick completely saved the life of Jet.
Yeah, it's, well, early magic stick value points or value items, I'm not even sure, and, well, of course it heavily depends on what the matchup is, like against Batrider, against Zeus you definitely need it, but like you said, Storm Spirit also spams out the static remnant quite a lot, so, I mean, smart item choice there.
Yeah, but Mongol, so far things are not looking all that great because there's just so much pressure in that off lane.
Oh,
that
they're going
it-
for the
oh,
snowball as well,
the-
Shell Demon, the disruption, it didn't come out in time, he gets so much damage before the disruption, they have to tank the tower a little bit, the Artis taking a lot, and Bachun, he's going to go down at Artis, Luna, he gets the first blood, and can they actually get the tower on top of this, because if they do, that's just going to be
Oh.
so much early gold for them.
And that was so close. Khalik
Oh.
just almost went down to the tower.
Man, Dazzle can't die. Well, he can of course,
Yeah.
but this time, just barely managing to survive there. And well, the tower
Yep.
does get saved because Masquerade, he also rotates in.
Yeah, but look at Compass Gaming just punishing Mongols for going greedy. Running that Doom in the jungle early. Hey, there's no one in the off lane. Okay, we're gonna go on you. And bottom, Axe does use a call, and he's gonna be able to zone out Paxa completely because, I mean, against melee heroes, you're going up against an Axe, it's always gonna be, you're always gonna have a tough time.
Yeah, it's, well, oh,
Oh,
mid
and
lane, they have the double damage on Storm as well. Oh, Jet might be in so much trouble, Storm. Going for the electric vortex finally, even the tower helping out a little bit, and Storm does finish the kill. I mean, they had a howl on top of the double damage, even.
Wow, and that surround was beautiful. Tinker was completely trapped inside, so I always love it when SD capable of trapping people inside with those illusions.
Yeah, I think it requires somewhat luck of where the illusions actually spawn as well, just so that they would have the
Yes.
immediate block.
Indeed, indeed.
But I mean, luck is also a part of skill.
Yeah. I mean, Hexa, he's made a video
Oh,
called
they're
what?
going to paralyzing cask onto Axe. It will not bounce back to him, unfortunately. The Maledict completely useless. Oh, they want to turn it around. Maybe there's the snowball being formed. Look at that speed. June, he gets stunned up. Can they get the Berserker's Call? Yes, they can. There's not many creeps around, but in the end, just one or two counter helixes and Shadow Demon just takes a fall from it.
It was a little bit of a misplay from June because he could have easily disrupted himself, but that might have just ended up letting Axe proc more spins.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the Axe would have wasted the Berserker's Call straight after. Oh, the Ice Shards, they catch the Lycan. Can they get another Berserker's Call? Oh, he's just off range.
Oh man, so wow, Kumpas Gaming, they're just playing so well. And mid, we have an engagement on the Tinker once again. And indeed, Storm Spirit does seem like just such a good counter towards Tinker in the early game phase. And but Dazzle's here now. Oh.
He had the regeneration rune. That was such a clutch ball lightning there.
Yeah, I mean, don't you just love it when you have these kind of heroes like Storm Spirit, like Puck, just showing off their individual talents?
Yeah, that was really beautiful to look, and like immediate reactions, poison touch flying, bam, ball lightning out. No damage over time on you, but actually, looking at the farms, Artis, he went for an early Hand of Midas. He bought it a little bit before 5 minutes, but the courier delivered game, so I guess a 6-minute Hand of Midas. Oh, they're going bottom lane, Storm Spirit coming in. They want to kill off the Axe, and it's going to be pretty easy for them. Even the Shapeshift popped for it. But 3-2 now, and Mongolz, I mean, they started off a little bit wonky, but they've gained pace since. But oh, bottom lane or top lane rather, the snowball. But again, the disruption. A little bit too late, Artis. He has the Eclipse, pops it as well, and June. The illusion stacking it up, he's still alive. But Unstable does come in to finish it up. Doom though, he doesn't have his ultimate, but he does have the crits. He's pretty close to level 6 as well. Oh god, if only he had that one creep before, he would have killed off maybe even both of them.
Wow, and now that Luna has completely healed up, that's not going to happen anymore. And the Shadow Priest has even rotated in, so are they thinking about rolling onto the Doom? And supports are coming in.
They are rolling. There's the Lucent Beam as well, the disruption. It's not there, actually, it disrupts the wrong target, this Masquerade. He will take a fall or really Unstable. The Doom is on the Tusk. Masquerade goes down and Unstable, he's gonna get denied really nicely. Just stood there waiting for the denial. Oh, paralyzing Cask. Artis just runs into and Killik now. He's gonna fall as well, he's not fast enough. The Witch Doctor should be able to chase him down. The last right clicks, they actually don't have boost of speed, but fortunately, the damage was enough thanks to the Soul Catcher. Oh god, man, Mongolz. I mean, they're looking really good all of a sudden.
Yeah. Oh, down at bottom though, this might just be a solo kill. And indeed, wow, you don't want to have your entire creep wave going up against a hero. Normally, it's a pretty good idea, but up against the axe, it just spells complete disaster.
Oh, that's his Blink Dagger finish now.
Oh my goodness. This Axe is going to have such a good game. But, I mean, Mongolz, they do have some very talented players, as you can see. So
oh, Storm Spirit is coming in. The Berserker Skull. Does he really want to turn it around? There's not enough creeps. There's the Snowball, though. They get the stun. But still, no counter helixes, no nothing, because no creeps, not even the illusions were attacking the Axe at the time.
Yeah, but this is one of the best thing about Lycan is, as long as your opponents are not near the tower, you can always keep the wolves on the Axe so that he won't be able to blink. And right now,
but there's the Blink Berserker Skull again. Can they get the Calling Blade? They're so close, and that's a successful dunk for them. Can they go for more? The Demonic Purge actually on Axe, Soul Catcher as well. He's gonna take a lot of damage from that, but there's the Walrus Punch. Just punching up June, he will have to back off. There wasn't any follow-up damage at all, and everybody just escapes, except of course the Storm Spirit got an easy trip to the fountain.
Yeah, right now it feels like Mongolz, the only person who can really do the jump in initiation for them is the Storm Spirit. And I feel like there's just so much on his back during this early game phase to pull them through to the mid game. And Doombringer so far is still relatively poor. We're 10 minutes into the game and he only has 28 last hits and he has 1 kill and 1 death. So until he gets that Blink Dagger, I don't think Mongolz have that great of an initiation.
By the way, Compass, Chet specifically on the Tinker, I mean, he almost has his Boots of Travels, but look at this skill build.
Oh wow, okay, so this is the... I like this build. This is the smart build up against the Tinker, because... Okay, Storm Spirit, he's very prone to harassments.
Oh, mid lane, they're going on unstable, they get the Maledict, long range zip in, even the Death Ward used for that. And well, just before Masquerade went down top lane as well, it was a blink into Berserker Skull, as well as an Eclipse used. I mean, I really didn't even catch it on camera, but the Eclipse, I saw it just for the last bounce. So a 1-for-1 I guess, but that's a core for a support, which Compass Gaming they'll take any time, especially considering that Boots of Travels are finished on the Tinker now.
Okay, so now with the Tinker having the Boots of Travels, things are looking harder and harder for the Mongolz to be able to push and to be able to find pickoffs. But like this Tinker build, because Laser is just so good against Storm Spirit during the laning phase, you can truly shut him down.
Lane. Look at Storm, he sees Killik. They want to go for the kill. Witch Doctor is there as well. The Howl is activated. But I think the Storm Spirit just could have easily jumped in alone to begin with. But no, might find unstable. The Howl is still active, not for too long. Neither is the Invis, but the Electric Ported. Who is he actually looking for? Does he want to find the Tinker or something or
He
no?
wants to find a Luna.
Does he actually have
But-
enough? I mean, power trades, morbid mass.
Yeah, this Luna is pretty stacked.
Oh, bottom lane, there's the blink Berserker Skull. They have the laser as well for the extra burst damage, and the Calling Blade, it is there. Shapeshift no longer gives you extra HP, and thus Axe, another successful dunk.
Oh wow, and I love this Axe's axe. Is it? It's not even an axe, it's a scythe.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, so, I mean, it looks pretty darn sick. I
Very
just feel like
Grim
all of Axe's
Reaper-ish.
items are just unfair.
But oh,
They're
they find
ridiculously
unstable.
good
They're
looking.
going for killing first. The Dazzle. He gets the Shallow Grave off. Doom onto unstable. Nice bounces from the Paralyzing Gask and Death Ward, completely wrecking them. So, 2 supports down. Mongols. At least they answer with something. I mean, they are behind as far as net worth goes. This Luna, that farm is absolutely sick on her. The Hand of Midas, of course, does help out. And though Mongols, they will get the tier 1 tower now. Lycan, he spawns. He helps out with the Howl as well.
Is he going for Roche? Is this the time for Roshan? Not quite. But he does have the medallion as well as the Vladimir's offering in 12 minutes. I'm somewhat surprised because I felt like he had a hard time. And 13 minutes into the game, if you look at the goal graph, so far Compass Gaming are leading with over 4,000 gold. Well, actually, it's just kind of coming back with that tier 1 tower and those 2 kills. In terms of XP, it's sitting on about 3,000 in favor of Compass Gaming.
Yeah, Compass, they are looking good. I mean, Mongols, they managed to get a few kills, got that 1 tower now as well, but they need way more than they've gotten so far. Especially because the Tinker, I mean, he only needs the boost of travels, because after that, the farm will just somehow find him anyway. Or he will find the farm, rather.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know you won't quite finish with a sentence, but I just want to say, if you look at Compass Gaming, the heroes are the type, if you jump them, and you can't burst them out fast enough, they all have a lot to offer to counter-initiate. Luna can just turn on the Eclipse, Axe can always use the Call, and if you do go on him, he's always going to spin. Tinker, if he lays down a layer or 2 of March of the Machines, that's going to hurt, because if every single one of the March of the Machines unit hits one single target, that's over 5,000 damage in total.
Wow, and well, you can also have multiple instances of it, so that's something you don't want to fight into, and well, that stops the pushes as well, just completely. Oh, they want to go for the Lycan again. They actually blink out the exact position where he was. Will they go for just a blind blink? Oh, correct. He doesn't even need to go for the blind with Berserker's Call. Catches him in the shapeshift. There's the snowball to follow. Can they actually have enough damage? Polar Punch, and well, Artist the Lucent Beam to finish it all up.
Wow. And I have to say, the new Lycan Ultimate, it does seem... At first, when I read the notes, and I was like, I don't think that would make that much of a difference to the hero, but it seems that just having the additional 150 HP and 300 HP really is hurting the Lycan after the nerfs.
And well, from this, Compass Gaming looks like they want to get a tier 2 as well. Axe already has the Blade Mail as well. So Mongols, they're actually rotating around at the moment as a 4-man unit. Lycan now tipping to the tier 1 as well. They definitely want to defend this. But I mean, Tinker, not only a great counter-pushing hero, he's also a great pushing one, because the March of the Machines, how can you come in to defend against that?
And you can.
There's a level 2 Eclipse as well, man.
Here's the interesting
Doom, he wants to go into Berserker's Call though. Nice disruption coming out. They will kill off Killik maybe. He gets the Shallow Grave before. Storm Spirit, he had the haste rune. He has to back off, and well, Tusk, or Axe rather, he goes down, and surprisingly, the Doom doesn't. Storm gets the ball lighting out, uses the magic stick, the haste rune. Oh my god, he's so close to death. The urn ticking him down, the poison touch as well, the tower goes down. They may catch Masquerade. There's the Eclipse. Doom, he goes down. Actually, he was pretty damn tanky to begin with, but oh, the Death Ward coming out as well. Artist, he might take a fall. The Luna goes down. Mongols, they're actually winning this fight for the time being. Another disruption going out. Killik, they're fighting in the March of the Machines. Shun has to back off. Lycan, he's in the March of the Machines as well, but he doesn't care. He has the Vladimirs. He's doing the damage. There's the shapeshift, the Polar Punch. Will it be enough? They use the lasers, the heat-seeking missiles, unstable. He goes down. The Tinker might be next to follow the laser. One more right click. Oh god, the Shallow Grave and the TP out by Chet. It is successful. But the Dazzle loses his life, and were there any buybacks? No, there weren't. It actually was a 1v4 because the Axe died as the first one.
Wow, so that was an incredible fight. I have no idea who came out on top. It feels like it was so scattered because like Storm rolled in so far, and then like Axe blinked in, so it was like initiation at both ends, and I just couldn't really follow. maybe you can tell us a little bit more of like just exactly what happened and who came out on top, would you say?
Well, I mean, Compass Gaming, they lost 4, whereas they were only able to kill off, what was it, a support? But it was so sick that this Doom survived, because Axe, he got the jump, Doom, he went down from like 100% to like 10%, but then the disruption came out. Once he came out of the disruption, the mech, and of course Compass having no follow-up because the Storm Spirit, just with the Hailstorm, created so much chaos in the fight. And I really would have thought that Compass would have the better in the fights, but I guess the mech just making the difference there.
So here's an interesting thought. Are we ever gonna see an Aghanim's Tinker? Because I feel like that hero during this early game and the pre-20 minute mark, if you can get the Aghanims, then it will do so much AoE damage. Because essentially, once you click on rockets just one time, it kind of have to force Mongolz to use the mech, or at least, very least, use the Witch Doctor to heal up the entire team.
Oh my god. Well, I would love to see it. I've only seen it once, but that was like a complete stomp game anyway. Oh god, they get the jump on Artis. He has the BKB though. Can you actually activate it? The Death Ward, it's physical damage, it's going around. Oh, there's the Shallow Grave. They're using the Weave as well, and Storm. Oh, suddenly dropping so low. The lasers coming out as well. But in the end, everybody does survive.
Wow, but it's scary just looking at the initiations from the Mongols, and suddenly Compass Gaming, the reaction just like the support just came so freaking fast, and ultimately nobody died.
That's what you drafted Dazzle for, just to keep them heroes alive at all times.
So one side has Shadow Demon and Witch Doctor, and the other side has Tusker as well as Shadow Priest. I mean, both are just all these 4 heroes. They have offensive as well as defensive purposes, and well, this game so far has been back and forth, and just so much fun to watch.
Yeah, but looking at the graphs though, almost 7.5 thousand in the favor of Compass, as far as gold is concerned. And well, XP, not that great for them. The fight brought it down a little bit. But Compass, they're just farming a little bit better. They're farming the Ancients, just farming the jungle at all times. Whereas Mongolz, every time they fight, they just group up as 5. Whereas Chet, he can just always go to other lanes, push those out, get some extra XP, get some extra gold, and still be there for the fights with the boost of travel.
Yeah, it's amazing because if you look at Compass Gaming, the lineup, they have 3 heroes that are extremely good at taking stacks. You have the Axe, you have the Tinker, you have the Luna. So essentially, when fights are not happening, especially the Tinker, he's going to be enjoying just farming all over the place, all over the map. But so far, without the Blink Dagger, he hasn't really been able to do that, but it is somewhat of a delayed Blink Dagger. Normally we see it around between, a quick one would be roughly 12-minute mark, and a slightly more standard timing would be around 15-minute. But nonetheless, this should help him be able to split push a lot easier without having the risk of getting caught, except by the Storm Spirit, of course.
Well, him having the Blink Dagger is still faster than Storm with it. Well, he gets the tower hit, so that definitely helps, but he still needs around 600 gold, I think, if my math doesn't betray me. So 600 to 700 gold for his Orchid. So thanks to the tower hit, last hit, not that far, but still a 20 plus minutes Orchid. That's not ideal in any case.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But if you look at Compass Gaming, the only hero who really actually gets a BKB is the Luna, so he should still be able to focus down the Tinker if he needs to, or he can silence up the Dazzle, prevent the Dazzle from ever using the Shallow Grave to save anyone, or the Tusker. Prevent the Snowball, why not? And this Tusker build is different from the one that we saw a couple of days ago. We saw some of the 1 level into Snowball, maxing Eye Shard and then maxing Sigil. But in this game, it does seem like it's going to be a max Snowball first, and then Eye Shard, and eventually a Sigil.
Yeah, I guess he really wants that max stun duration from it. Doesn't do that much damage, or well, maybe they feel like it won't help the Sigil that is. I mean, Storm Spirit, Ball Lightning doesn't care about it at all. Shapeshift, still hasted. So maybe it wouldn't be that useful, but well, it slows the attack speed as well. And actually, on the highest level, it slows you more than a Hyperstone gives you, as far as the attack speed goes. So it wouldn't be that bad at all.
Ah, and okay, right now okay, so we're gonna have an engagement. I don't think anyone will ever want to engage under much of the machines, but Kumpa's gaming
Oh,
might just
unstable.
force
The
the
ice
fight
shard
out of it.
actually off target. He's going for the snowball. There's the berserker skull as well. Walrus punch. Can they get the tank off? It should be easy, but there's the mech. There's the death ward as well. They're turning it around again. 2 heroes down. They're gonna get unstable as well. Mongolz. The mech, the early one on Doom, it's just saving them so much. And Storm Spirit, he's going for more artists, pops the BKB, there's the Eclipse, the wolves are tanking up some of it. And Shapeshift, can you actually chase him down? The Medallion of Courage, nope. Shapeshift ends, so it should be fine. But Storm Spirit, he goes in just as the BKB ends. What nice timing, and 4 are dead. Axe, he comes back, gets a nice Berserker Skull. There's the dunk coming out, can he go for more Masquerade? He is pretty healthy, but a nice Ice Shards coming out, so Masquerade, he should go down. A snowball once again. Oh, did Mongolz really overextend? Walrus punch, just to stop him for a little while. Heat-seeking missiles. Well, they lose 3 in return, but at least the Storm Spirit as well as the Lycan survive. So I guess it's not that bad.
That was how many? So 3 heroes died right here. And then that was the 4th one over here. So that's 3 for 4, but they forced out 2 buybacks. So I feel that fight was somewhat even. And by the way, I need to do a quick shout out to one of my, I also got to know him from ESPL, and they also play with the Mongolz, and both teams are just so freaking strong. So it's Shiny from Banana in Pajamas. He pointed out to me that Paxa used the wolves, and while Axe was farming in the jungle and he dropped the Tranquil Boots, used the wolves and denied the Tranquil Boots, forcing Gorek to buy up a new one.
Oh man, that's huge, to be honest. I mean, that's 975 gold, if I'm correct. Because I had to actually calculate that before. I'm not too sure at the moment. It should be like 975 or close to it.
Yeah, it's 975 gold. You can always open the shop, you know, and you can look at the items.
I can't. That would be like cheating. Need to sound awesome on stream.
Indeed. Well, I cheated and nobody can see.
Yeah. But the Roshi is actually going on. They have the Frozen Sigil, but they don't have the fastest lineup. They have the Troll there as well, but nothing to create. And oh, they scouted out as well. Chet, he's deeping in on the Tinker, but Mongolz, they are really aware of the fact that it's going on. But Storm Spirit is so far from it. He has his Orchid, but can you actually? Oh, Doom! He goes in. They Doom up artist Luna, but that was maybe kind of a waste. They get the demonic purchase as well. They really want to kill him, the Soul Catcher. I think it's gonna be enough. The Shallow Grave. They use the Snowball as well defensively. Oh, that's a brilliant usage. Now Axe came into it as well. Artist, he does fall in the end. The Death Ward once again doing so much damage. This Witch Doctor, I mean, he's spot on with the Death Wards. Nothing to stop it. They might get Kill League, Dazzle. I mean, correct. Does he really want to go in? It might have been a nice opportunity. But no, he misses the chance, and Storm Spirit. Oh, long range ball lightning, but Axe gets the blink out.
Oh, wow, God. And Tinker, he does manage to pick off Doom in return in that team fight. So that team fight just totally went one side.
Oh, Axe went in. He's killing off the Storm Spirit. Oh god, he went in balls deep. Can he get another? But there's the Maledict. He's dropping low. The Paralyzing Cast doesn't bounce to him the second time, and the March of the Machines comes out to save him or defend him at the very least. Berserker Skull for extra. I think the Maledict might be enough. The last tick. Oh, it was 20 damage extra.
And now Paxa has a really good time to go for the Roche. And wow, so that was a very intense fight, wouldn't you say? Like, it felt like both teams just had the opportunity to win, but ultimately, man, Witch Doctor with the Death Ward just does ridiculous damage.
It was level 1 Death Ward at the time as well, and of course it doesn't have any bounces when it's on level 1 or level 2, but still, man, that physical damage output. And the great thing about it is that even if Axe activates the Blade Mail, Witch Doctor takes 0 damage because the ward acts like a unit of its own, but he doesn't take damage.
Here's an important thing though for Compass Gaming. This might just be the comeback mechanic. Tinker is not all that far away. All he needs is a Void Stone, and he will have the Sheepstick, the Scythe of Vice. And this is big because if you look at the heroes on Mongolz, they're relying on the Storm to initiate. But imagine if as soon as he rolls in, and you get the trigger fingers coming out from Jet, and he instant hex the Storm Spirit. What's gonna happen then if the Storm Spirit gets picked off as right at the beginning of the fight?
Well, Storm, you can see if you check in the courier what's being brought out to him. He knows that this might be an issue, so he's working towards the BKB already, and that's a smart item choice as well. It helps against the Eclipse, although it might actually backfire a little bit if the other heroes are around. You pop BKB and everybody else will just die because it doesn't get spread out, but nevertheless, BKB definitely will help out against the X, which is going to be finished up really soon, like you mentioned.
Yeah, and Paxa with these wolves have just done so much scouting and so much work. He scouted out the Roshan and he provided enough vision for Shadow Demon to use the Demonic Purge. And that's why they were able to follow up with the Doom and win that fight very convincingly. Because without the Eclipse, the majority of the damage is coming up from Compass Gaming is mostly somewhat, I would say, damage over time. Because you have the layers of marching machines, you have the Shadow Priest heal, which is highly dependent on how many units are around. And Axe's Call, Mongolz played it smart, so they were never really grouped up.
Yeah, I mean, I actually looking at the graphs, Compass they've been ahead throughout this entire game, but somehow they managed to lose every single team fight we've had. Of course, Mongols they've been able to catch one before anything, and then just Compass they didn't cut their losses and try to go for something anyway. But still, gold graph 6k in favor of Compass as well. XP sitting around 800, so Mongols bringing it back at least the XP.
Yeah. Oh no! We have a 5-man disconnect.
Oh my god. Well, I guess their
Jeez.
internet cafe or whatever place they're playing from just crashed completely.
This has happened before. Like, I've seen this, and they should be coming back in. Well, I don't want to make an estimation. I don't want to get people's hopes up and then just kind of crush it afterwards. So, I guess for now, let's analyze the game a little bit. So, we haven't seen the South Horizon work, and do you think is this big? First of all, it has to be, right? Because Tinker has level 3 rearm. It's going to be a 1 second rearm, and he will be able to permanently hex just multiple heroes. But who does he go for in the team fight? Who does he use the sheep stick on?
I think actually the Doombringer might be a worthwhile target if he hasn't gotten his Doom off before. Of course, I mean, Storm Spirit would be really awesome as well. But since he's probably going to have a BKB soon, I mean, even if you actually hex up the Doom, they might not have enough burst damage to bring him down anyway. And Tinker, he won't have enough free time to just try to disrupt or even rearm himself if the Doom is hexed, because Storm Spirit, I think if he sees the Tinker, that's his primary target.
Yeah. In that fight just now, he doomed up the Luna, but because Luna was just there, you know, in an awkward position. But Tinker should be the priority now. And if you look, Tinker only has 1200 HP, so this isn't quite enough. And I don't know if you watch Arrow Gaming, DDZ, and just basically the entire Southeast Asian qualifiers whenever there's a Tinker. Generally, it's going to be a Bloodstone rush into a Dagon, but we're getting some very different Dota here, and it does seem like it's going to be a Dark Scythe to shut down Mongol's heroes a little bit more. Do you think Tinker should go into Bloodstone next, or go for more damage output like Dagon, or a defensive item like Linken's?
Well, I think he might need a Link answer. I mean, BKB, not the best item on him, doesn't give him the mana pool or anything that... Well, mana pool is actually the bread and butter for the Tinker. He just needs it for the rearm. So I think Linken's actually might be worth it, because if Storm Spirit gets the champ, gets the Orchid, this Tinker should be just dead because of it.
So, and Luna's farm is still looking pretty good. Yeah, so Yasha's up, and I don't know. In the next engagement, how do you think both teams should proceed with the fight? Does Compass Gaming wait for the counter initiation, or should Mongols wait for the counter initiation? Who should be... I mean, of course it depends on how the heroes meet, like how they clash, and a lot of it will come down to positioning, and I feel like right now, it's a 50-50 from either side. Either team can win the fight very convincingly, but it all depends on who gets the jump. And do you get the right hero you're supposed to shut down? I would say Storm Spirit needs to silence up the Shadow Priest to prevent him from just saving any of his teammates. And throwing down that weave, allowing the physical right clicks to come out and hurt a lot more. And Doom, of course, he needs to Doom the Tinker. Witch Doctor, all he does is throw the cask, turn on the heal,
But
stand
look at
there,
the
drop
item
the
he has finished up. I mean, he needs it from the stash still, but he has his Aghanims already.
Oh my goodness! Oh, this is crazy. I mean, wow, 28 minutes support Witch Doctor with an Aghanim Scepter.
I mean,
Oh,
if-
Death Ward bounces 4 times.
yeah. Oh god. Oh, they're gonna get the Lycan. There's the snowball being formed. They get the stun. They get the sheep. Walrus punch and well. I mean, nothing for him to do really. He had the Aegis, of course, But can he survive the second time? They have the Berserker Skull at the ready. Tinker, of course, with the Sheepstick. BKB popped though immediately. The Berserker Skull is still effective. But now they have to back off Mongolz. He's taking a lot of damage in return. But I think they might get a few counter kills. They use the Shapeshift as well. They want to kill off the Axe and they want it badly. They have the Armored Storm Spirit coming in. Level Def as well. The Shallow Grave. But oh, shit. He wanted to TP back for his second art. Is he? Oh, BKB Eclipse. He's doing some damage. But the creeps are here to tank it up. It's not enough at the moment to make. But shit. Oh, God. The damage from the heat-seeking missiles. Another snowball, but the Death Ward onto Unstable Tusk gets the Warrior's Punch to stop it. This is just such a spread out fight as Tinker. He goes down. The Storm Spirit was able to locate him in the trees. And, well, is it really a 2 for 2? Well, I guess they got the Aegis as well. So, Compass maybe breaking out even there. But they did lose 2 cores. And, of course, the Tinker, he can't really afford to die.
Yeah, every time the Tinker dies, it does set them back a lot. Tinker, it's a staple of what's keeping Mongolz at bay. And with the Tinker down, well, actually, it should be fine because the Lycan is dead as well. And the revival time between the two heroes aren't that far apart. And we're looking at one of the more traditional, well, not really traditional, but one of the more hard-carrying Lycan type of build. With the armlet already up. So you have the BKB. So it's all about the right-click damage. It's not about the Zeus strat or anything. But should Mongolz, do you think, should they ever consider the 5-man blade mail strat just to counter the Tinker, or is that too cheesy?
I think it's just not reliable enough. That would be like 2,000, what is it, 2.2k gold for the blade mail? Something around that,
roughly.
So using 2.2k gold on every single hero, I think it just might be put to a better use, like Storm Spirit going for a Hex of his own.
That's true, yeah. I mean, if you're gonna spend that much money on an item, it might as well be...
So I think
Be a
Witch
big
Doctor
one,
should
yeah.
get the BKB. And
Oh yeah, once he gets the BKB, what's there to really stop him?
does
If
Walrus
he waits for
Punch
the
go
call?
through
And
BKB, by
Walrus
the way?
Punch. Yes, it does.
Yeah, okay.
It's one of the best ways. I mean, you look at it, Kumpas Gaming, they have 2 skills that can go through BKB. I mean, as in like an interrupt skill. And if Witch Doctor plays it right, because he should be a somewhat more of a lower priority hero, so he should be able to stand in the back once he has the BKB, wait for the call to come out, and then just turn on the heal, throw the cast, and just drop that Death Ward. Death Ward, as we've seen just now, wow, it did. Combos Gaming just can't man up against that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they can. Oh, I mean, you were talking about maybe going for Blade Mails to counter the Tinker. Well, Doom, he's just going for a Necrobook.
Well, in that case, why doesn't Paxa go for a Necrobook as well? Because if you have multiple Necrobooks and you just let them stand and watch the machines, each Necrobook, if I remember, if it explodes, is what, 600 damage?
Yes, on level 3 it is.
Yeah. And is it pure damage? Or is it physical? What kind of damage type is it?
I think it's pure, actually. Oh, no, never mind. It doesn't go through BKB, so...
It doesn't go through BKB.
Yes.
Yeah, but... Wow, and did you see it? Do you actually see it in the chat that it says, I will purchase Necromicons?
Yes, you will purchase Necrobook.
Oh, now that's interesting.
Oh,
Okay, I never expected.
good for you. You can buy items as a spectator and give them to the players you like most.
Oh no, that's a little awkward. Everyone must be like, the viewers are like, wait a minute, are you cheating? Are you buying items for the
No.
in-game players?
No! They just got the gold, they found it, man. It was a gold pot at the end of the rainbow.
Oh man, do you remember back in the days where there was a thing called pooling mode, where you can have a Keeper of the Light farming up mid, and then just transition all the gold to, say, a late game Phantom Lancer?
Wasn't that,
That
like
was-
ages ago, like 2005, 6?
Well, I'm sorry if I'm an old school player,
I mean,
if I've offended you.
no, but I actually know that it was possible, so... I
Yeah,
started Dota at the same time, I just didn't play it actively throughout the
Okay.
entirety of Dota.
Don't you just miss some of the AP EM modes? You don't see EM modes anymore.
Oh, indeed
Like,
you
it's
don't.
easy.
Oh,
So,
man.
yeah, like...
Well, in Heroes of New Earth they had it. It was...
Oh, okay.
It had more action, but it got kind of lame fast if you played it too much.
Ah,
It
that's
was like
true.
just pick heroes like Lion, who benefit the most from level 6 and start blowing people up.
And late game heroes just farm up so much faster. But my personal favorite mode is called like mini heroes, where all of your heroes are just like miniature, but the skills are still the full scale. So if you pick a Pudge, right, it's impossible to hook onto people.
Oh, Storm Spirit, he wants to go in, he finds Chet, but he gets hexed before he gets the Orchid. Oh god, Chet gets the blink out as well, and the Shapeshift already came out. I think Mongolz, they may have to back off. They have the Necro Book, of course. What is it? It's level 2 still. The Snowball comes out. They want to defend. Oh, they get the Berserker Skull. Nice defensive disruption. Oh god, the Death Ward got cancelled again by the Water Server. BKB Artist. He already used the Eclipse as well. Can he actually do anything? The Death Ward. Oh, with the Doom. I think the Death Ward came out before, but I guess I was mistaken as they kill off the tower now as well. They want to go for more Storm Spirit. He's really low on mana, so he can't follow up a Chet. Oh god, thank god he got the blink out. But I really thought the Death Ward already came out as the Warrior's Punch hit the Witch Doctor, but I don't know. I guess it didn't.
Yeah, and wow, that was... You can see Mongolz, they're just playing so well as a team. Just now, you were expecting her to do so much work in that team fight, but he couldn't because the Storm Spirit waited and came back in from behind. When X went in for the initiation, there was no follow-up because the Tinker was completely caught off guard by the Storm Spirit. And even though even though Storm didn't get the kill, that was still just a victory for them, I would say, that team fight.
Yeah, so long as Tinker can't have free roam in the fights, that's definitely already... Like, I mean, the Tinker really is such a utility kind of hero. He just helps so much in the fights. Not only does he give them a lot of burst, but the sheep, they just need the constant hex on any of the heroes on Mongolz.
Yeah, and, well, we're looking at the next set of items. Somehow, I just have a gut feeling that Storm on the Storm is gonna get a sheep stick roughly not too long after Tinker gets a Lincoln Sphere. Man, I was so tempted because I was saying Storm on the Storm. I wanted to say Tinker on the Tinker, but no, it's Jet on the Tinker because he's got jetpacks.
And what do you actually think is the bigger item pickup? Sheep on Storm Spirit or Lincolns on Tinker?
It's hard to say, but I have to say the sheep on Storm Spirit. Because if he rolls in, and he can instantly use the Orchid to proc the Lincolns, and then still go for the Scythe of Vice afterwards, and he still has Electric Vortex to follow up. So Lincolns, you can only block one spell, and it's good if you're just split pushing it. If you get caught, you'll be fine most of the time. But in full-on 5-on-5 clashes, I think it's gonna hurt the Tinker still.
Oh,
and
the Axe might be in trouble. Masquerade wants to go for the blink, but the Axe blinks into the enemy jungle, into the trees, and just TP's out. But the creep wave, it's pretty damn huge, to be honest. So, I mean, Compass Gaming, looking at the graphs, they still have the gold lead. Around 4,000 for them. As XP now, after that last fight, 2.5k for the side of Mongolz. Finally.
Tinker, Jet. He's completely caught off guard.
BKB by Storm, he still wants to go for it, but of course, BKB ends, but he had enough mana to just ball lightning. He says, oh god, Axe actually might get the chase. Oh, they get the slow from the Shiva's card, and the dunk will be there. So he 1-for-1, Chet buys back, or never mind, Lycan. He killed off the Dusk. They still want to go for more Axe. He's getting chased, but Axe is pretty fast thanks to the Battle Hunger movement speed. Oh, another Berserker Skull onto the Witch Doctor this time. He has the Death Ward, but can't really go for it because the heroes aren't locked in place. And Axe now, he's escaping. He has a lot of armor, so now Lycan, he's the one who has to back off. Dazzle, he kills off the Doom in the background. Artis, he's doomed up, but he has the PKB activated. Doesn't take any damage, but Lycan, does he really want to man fight this? Oh god, Artis is actually gonna fall down. Oh my god, Mongolz. Lycan, another shapeshift already, are you kidding me? And Dazzle, he's gonna take a fall because he was orchided up. That was just such a chaotic, spread out fight, and I don't even know what happened in most of the fight.
Well, okay, so in quick recap. Storm picks up Tinker, Axe then jumps in with the Shivas and kills the Storm Spirit. And then full-on teamfight breaks out. Luna comes in with the Eclipse on a Doombringer. Doombringer, right before he goes down, dooms up the Luna. And then Storm and Tinker both buy back. And Axe tried to run towards the right side of the map, but was chased down by the Storm Spirit coming back into the fight. And wow, look at Mongolz. He might die if there was like one more layer of March of the Machines. But this time Mongolz, is this the second Roshan?
Yes,
that they've gone.
Sure looked like it.
Yeah, so
that's actually showing how, well, maybe not bad, but it's not in the dire side's favor if the Radiant takes 2 Roshis off of you.
Yeah, indeed. But the thing is, Compass Gaming, their lineup just wasn't really made to taking the Roche. They're very good at taking stacks. They're very good at farming, but it feels like the strat somehow just hasn't panned out quite the way they hoped. X usually is that big hero that goes in, soaks up so much damage, gives Luna and Tinker an easy time in the back. But in this case, it feels like it kind of bothers me to the point where, like, why didn't they ban out the Storm Spirit?
Oh, Storm Spirit gets the jump on unstable. There's an easy Orchid, and well, Tusk, you're not long for this world.
Wow, so Storm is doing so much work with the Storm Spirit.
Yeah.
This does seem to be a hero he plays quite a bit, because I've seen it quite a few times. And every time, he is really clutch on that hero, man.
On the contrary, this is my first time casting Mongolz or even seeing them.
Oh, they're an amazing team. Like, you will, the more you watch, you'll grow to like them. And I like Compass Gaming as well, but like, it's just because I've seen a lot more of Mongolz games while casting ESPL, and I believe with time, Compass Gaming, they'll probably grow on me as well.
Yeah, I mean, I casted them quite a lot, so I really like the team, and I mean, they've had some moderate success as well, like in the last Gigabyte challenge. I think they were the runner-ups, but that was against the now called Mousesports. So, I mean, that was a long shot
so
anyway
very
for them.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, like, you should never say such thing as unfortunate, I suppose, because how do you put it? If you're saying unfortunate, that means you're expecting one team to outskill another team, and I think that's kind of rude, you know?
Yeah, okay, well, still, they were definitely the underdogs in that match. Let's say it like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Well,
man,
everyone loves the Black Horse, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean,
Of course.
I love the underdog story, especially in StarCraft. Just rooting for the foreigners. It's so weird that like foreigners are everybody who is non-Korean.
Ah, that's true. Yeah, yeah, me too. Like, you just wish for those people, like, that you a lot of times you wish for an unexpected outcome in games. So in this game, who would you say was the underdog?
Well, for me, it definitely was Mongolz. I only knew that they were good because you said so. So,
Oh yeah.
I mean, Compass Gaming, they've looked strong, and it's not like they're playing bad at the moment, because this game, it's really even. I mean, kill score 31 to 19, but it doesn't reflect, or well, it has started reflecting that a little bit in the graphs, at least in the XP. It's 10,000 now for the side of Mongolz, whereas Gold pretty much evened out. Oh, they get unstable again, the Orchid, the Electric Vortex, and Storm Spirit. I mean, he even activated his BKB for it, so I
Wow.
guess that's a small victory for Compass out of this.
Yeah, but
the
he does
Storm
have the
Spirit-
Sight of Vice.
Oh god, and how far is the Lincolns?
50 gold
Pretty-
away.
Oh, so I guess you were correct after all.
Wow, so it is a very, very close. Not even 50 gold, just like 5 gold away. So it is very, very. Whoa, why does it say that again? That I'm gonna purchase a Lincoln
I
Spear.
don't know, man. Thank god this
Yeah.
doesn't have any other casters, you would get flamed to hell, man.
Yeah, it's like, please stop typing in the chat.
Yeah.
You are affecting our streams. But I feel these games, they do deserve to have a lot more casters.
Yeah,
and a
that's
lot
why
more
I
viewers.
actually
Yeah.
chose this one as well, because everybody else is casting like, okay, MIT versus Dream Team. It would have been awesome as well. JD Red is covering it anyway, but most people are like, oh, they might get Shun. They blink in Berserker's Call, and yeah, easy Culling Blade with Chet coming in to help on the Tinker, but that's just a Shadow Demon as Mongolz. I mean, this Lycan, look at how tanky he is. He has a Heart of Tarask now, Armlet activated, 3.6k HP, and well, even Mars the Machines can't be able to take care of that.
Yeah, and without even using HAL, his right-click damage is sitting at 360
Oh,
damage
wow.
per hit. And
That's the
and we s-
Feral Impulse doing work. And
Yeah, I
Vladimirs,
mean-
of course. Do they stack? They should stack, right? Feral Impulse as well as Vlad's.
Yes, it does, and
So,
that's why people get flats all the time,
plus
as well as the wolves
45%.
benefit from it. Oh no, I don't think it directly stacks with
So
each
it's
other.
like a 50% extra to the 30%. As in,
I believe so. Yes.
so it's
should be
not
that
that
way.
much. It's like 15% out of 30 is like 4.5. But still, I mean, Vlad still gives you the lifesteal, gives extra armor for your entire team, as well as lifesteal to other melee heroes has. The Doombringer, who has, well, a Blink, BKB, Necro level 3 and Mech. But what do you think actually... Huntsman was it on the Witch Doctor?
Yes.
Is he going for a Lincoln's or a Sheep of his own?
Well, if he goes for sheep, that would just be some amazing farm. But Lincoln's, it's I feel he needs a Lincoln's.
Does
If he
Lincoln's
gets a
work against
Lincoln's
Walrus Punch?
Warriors Punch, I'm not too sure. I've never seen that happen. But Huntsman should get a Lincoln's in this game. They already have so many lockdowns. He just need to prevent the Storm Spirit from going down to anything funny. And having the Lincolns prevents him from being hexed up because eventually the BKB charges will go down to 4 seconds. And before Storm buys up a new BKB, he is always prone to getting hexed whenever he initiates. And a hexed up Storm in a team fight might just be really costly for the Mongols.
What do you actually think, like, Mongols, who should they target, and like Doom, who should he use his ultimate on? So far, it's been on the Luna most of the times, and
I like
it's
it.
had success as well. I mean,
Yeah.
do they really spread out, like Doom just completely tunnel visions on the Luna, whereas Storm is searching for the Tinker, or how should they go around the fight?
Tinker might be in trouble. Oh no. Okay, so Jet is playing this extremely well. He recognizes there is always going to be that pick-off potential coming out from Storm Spirit. But right now, if you look at Luna, we completely forgot about the Luna. But Luna has a butterfly, so Luna's right-click damage is looking pretty formidable as well, sitting at about 300 and, well, my math is just so terrible, but I'm going to say 340 damage per right-click, and its attack speed should be, okay, we're looking at 0.49 second per attack. How does it compare against the Lycan? Oh, we have an engagement at top.
Oh god, he actually will kill off X. He can't escape. The snowball is there as well. The Storm Spirit zips in. Silence onto Unstable, and Gorak, he's gonna go down as well. The BKB, well, that wasn't his. I mean, it was just golden and shiny all around, but 3 heroes
And that's
down.
a gem as well.
Oh my god.
That is a gem as well. So are
and
they
Storm
gonna...
Spirit, he just jumped in like halfway across the map almost.
Wow, like his mana pool is definitely large enough for him to do that. And it seems like Storm Spirit himself will be going for Lincolns. So once you have multiple Lincolns on multiple heroes, then it's just so hard to shut them down. There are so many targets you need to look at. There's a Doombringer, there's a super tanky high deeps Lycanthrope. Then there's the Storm Spirit who's always jumping on the Tinker. And we never forget the hidden support Witch Doctor. And June, he's been so spawned with those disruptions as well, just saving his teammates every time they get called.
Yeah, he really has been playing really well. And overall, Mongols, I mean, they're just working as a 5-man unit, just defending each other. And even Witch Doctor's heal, it's just so strong. They don't care about the March of the Machines, but the snowball, it's being formed, they're going in, they want to kill off Masquerade, they get the Hex, Wall Rush Punch, Eclipse as well, they actually kill off the Doom, this might be huge. Berserker's Call onto Lycan as well, oh my god. He goes down Disruption a little bit too late, Storm Spirit, they managed to kill him as well. Artis with a double kill, and they barely lost any HP in return. And now June, can he get the TP out? The snowball, it's not there, but the Berserker's Call is, and there's the dunk as well. Oh, what a fight for Compass.
Yeah, and a lot of it came down to because the Doombringer died so freaking fast, and Shadow Demon wasn't even ranged to disrupt because they were like what 2-3 layers of March to Machines.
But
So,
he has the
in
Blink
terms of-
Dagger, he should just stay back and blink in disrupt if necessary.
Yeah, but he got caught in the March, and that was a huge problem. And now down at bottom, Jet, man, he is just spamming out these Marches. And
this is going to be a cheese plus an Aegis now for Compass. Oh god. Oh, did we just witness once again one team bringing it back from a huge deficit just to throw it away again?
wow, I have no idea. But this is definitely really, really big. And like we've talked about, both these teams are capable of winning, even until now. It all comes down to the positioning and how the team fights go. But would you say who needs the Aegis more? Would it be the Luna or the Tinker? Like, would you pass the cheese to Tinker?
I
mean, why not?
actually think Luna might be the better cheese carrier. I mean, Tinker sure needs the mana and everything, but I mean, Luna, she's just a little bit tankier with the butterfly and everything, so if she gets doomed, she might be able to survive to use the cheese, whereas if Tinker gets doomed or locked down, she won't maybe even be able to use the cheese.
Not only is Luna slightly tankier than the Tinker, her Satanic is on the way.
Oh god. Well, I mean, so if she gets doomed and she survives it, she can just pop the Satanic and do loads of damage, use the cheese as well if really necessary, whereas Tinker, I really think he will not be able to survive the Doom, although he has a BKB now, so the Hex or Orchid, they won't be effective anymore. So Lincoln's plus BKB, this game is gonna be really interesting. Well, it
Oh
has
my
been
God.
so far, but it's gonna be even sicker. And actually, it's coming to a phase where one team fight might decide it all if they just don't have buybacks.
Yeah, but I would say it looks better for Compass Gaming. They have the Aegis, they have the Chase, and as long as the Tinker doesn't die in fights, he can pretty much single-handedly defend towers as long as Storm Spirit doesn't make the jump on him. So, thinking about this, I feel like this is a game that's gonna drag on for quite a while. I don't think either team will make the easy move and make the easy go and say, hey, we've got the huge upper hand and we're gonna go for it. But I might be proven wrong again as Compass Gaming groups up as 5.
Oh, the
And
Doombringer doesn't have a TP. Shadow Demon doesn't have one either. Oh god, this... They might just lose Rex. I mean, Luna, he's a beast. And if they lose this tower, the Glaives are gonna start bouncing around and then it's gonna be even harder to defend. They
You
use the
still have the
Glyph though,
glyphs.
just to buy some time to get back. I mean, oh, they get the Hex on Artis. Oh, that was the Witch Doctor's Hex. He already used it. The BKB's coming in. Oh, TP so Storm. He gets the Orchid onto Dazzle. There's the Eclipse though into BKBs. They get the Berserker's Call as well. There's the Snowball. They're still alive somehow. But the Death Ward, those bounces the damage. He has perfect positioning. Oh my god, Artis. He's so tanky with the evasion. With the all the armor. The Maledict finally comes out. Storm Spirit, he went down. Lycan bought back as well, but no shapeshift. No, actually there's no buyback on Storm. He's like 30 gold short. They used the Doom on the X. Oh, Doom buys back, but not having the Storm Spirit, they lose one set of racks. Will they lose more?
oh, this has to be more. Tinker with the Sheepstick is back in the fight. And, I mean, he can easily heal up his teammates with the bottle if he brings it to the fight. But that BKB just completely changed the outcome. And look at these layers of Martian machines. Mongolz, they were forced to initiate under the
Oh,
march.
Storm Spirit.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, just immediately. He gets the Hex on Artis as well. Does he have to follow up? There's the Electric Vortex. They will kill off the Luna. But that's where the Aegis come into play. Can they get Jet though? Jet's dropping low. A nice Warstorm coming out. He is low, but away his life for the Tinker's Artis. BKB activated, the Glaives are bouncing, but there's the Orchid. They need the stun, they need anything to lock him down. Now Lycan coming back as well. The Electric Vortex, he doesn't have enough mana for it. Oh my god, and Chet, he's coming back with the TPs, the Hex. He gets it on Storm as well. Can he get a secondary one? The Blink, the Hex. Oh god, Storm goes down, and Artis, well, he's back to full HP thanks to his Satanic now. I think Mongolz, they're done for.
Yeah, this might just be the end of the road here. Wow, we have witnessed firsthand the power of that late game Tinker, along with the hardcore right clicks coming out of Luna. It's just simply too much to handle, and that fight went.
Oh, they want to go in, they get the Hex on Artis, there's the Demonic Persian, nice force death by Killick. He still has the Shallow Grave with BKB activated, there's the Death Ward, will it be enough? The Shallow Grave, but Satanic, it's just too strong and Jet comes in, Hex, that burst damage as well, and oh my god, they really tried their very best, but Luna just way too damn tanky. He's sitting on 50 armor, 51, the weave, still counting. I mean, physical damage is impervious almost to it.
Wow, so this is ridiculously amazing. This game, just so much action, could have gone either way, but ultimately, Compass Gaming comes out on top, and they played it just so well. They were so much in control during the early game, but I felt like with every passing fight, Mongolz, they knew exactly what they're doing, and they knew who to go for, and the fight just went about like so nicely for the Mongolz. I mean, look at it. They knew exactly who they needed to go for, but ultimately Compass Gaming played it smart, got the items they needed, and once that Tinker got to the point of unstoppable along with the Luna, it just went one-sided.
Oh man, really, Luna, just too much late game. I mean, Lycan, not the late game hard carry you would want to go for, and Storm Spirit does fall off a little bit as well. Sure, he's a beast, just ball lightninging around, but it's still just not enough damage output by them. And well, I mean, a great game, really awesome to watch at, but Compass Gaming, they're gonna be playing against Power Rangers next in the quarterfinals, which will also be casting, so don't go anywhere because I think this game should start within the next 5 to 10 minutes probably. But if you did enjoy what we did, be sure to follow us on Twitch on the same channel, as well as follow us on our social media, Facebook and Twitter /Heflatv to know when we're going online. But this is it by me, Mito. Any last words?
Oh, is it alright if I do a quick final thing about the bottom fight? Because I just remembered it. But down at bottom, right, Compass Gaming played that fight just so smart. They knew, like, Mongolz have to defend the high ground, so they put Luna up in front. and they just keep spamming out like 3-4 layers of March to the point where Mongols are like, yeah, our tower is going down, we have to engage before our Raxes do as well, and that forced them to fight on the 3-4 layers of March, and with the BKB on, wow, yeah, that was the game decider, I have to say.
Yeah, it certainly was. And well, this is it for the game. We will see about the next game, which one we're gonna cast. But it shouldn't be far away either way, so just stick around. Some music in between.